Today, we are delving into the intriguing world of the Taurus sign, a sign that embodies both allure and complexity, often making communication a challenge. Let's explore what makes Taurus both unique and, at times, unpredictable. Picture someone steadfastly pursuing their goals, as immovable as a mountain. This legendary persistence epitomizes Taurus. They possess an extraordinary ability to remain committed to their chosen path, undeterred by obstacles in their way. However, forging a friendship with a Taurus can be a daunting endeavor. In romantic relationships, their stubbornness can even precipitate amusing situations. Once a Taurus makes a decision, altering it becomes nearly impossible, leading to scenarios where even the simplest compromise can escalate into a heated debate. Jealousy is another hallmark of Taurus. The tales of their possessiveness and aggression are well known. When they sense a threat to their loved ones, it can unleash a torrent of emotions. Even when they recognize their own flaws, they often find themselves ensnared by jealousy and anger, which, as we know, are not the best advisors. What further distinguishes Taurus from other signs is their resistance to change. For Taurus, adapting is a monumental challenge. Their independence and preference for operating by their own rules can serve as strengths, yet they can also become formidable obstacles. Comfort for Taurus lies in predictability. Their routine, while soothing, can sometimes feel like a curse. The mere thought of change can trigger stress and anxiety. When they are required to adapt for the benefit of others, they often feel cornered, leading to unforeseen repercussions. Additionally, Taurus has a tendency to take relationships for granted. While they strive to maintain amicable connections, they may easily settle into a familiar rhythm, neglecting the emotional needs of those they care about. Taurus often uses their own emotional state as a gauge for others. If they are happy, they assume everyone around them is as well. Despite these challenges, Taurus truly values communication. However, their attention can sometimes resemble an eclipse, momentarily overshadowing the important people in their lives. Now, let's explore their affinity for all things material. Taurus is renowned for its love of comfort and indulgence, often described as a pleasure seeker. However, behind this appealing facade lies a propensity for laziness. Yes, you heard that right. Taurus individuals are true masters of relaxation and repose. They relish spending time in serene environments, shunning unnecessary effort and torment, and will seize every opportunity to lounge on the couch. Imagine them, instead of engaging in productive activities, reveling in a world of delectable food, shopping sprees, and of course, delightful entertainment. Leisurely pursuits are their sanctuary. But here's the catch. If they lack the motivation to pursue their goals, they may remain stagnant, unwilling to take the leap into action. What about their emotional landscape? Tauruses tend to avoid drama and conflict at all costs. While this might seem sensible, it does come with its drawbacks. In their quest for harmony, they often become withdrawn and detached, as if concealing themselves behind an invisible barrier. This emotional unavailability can manifest in many aspects of life, leading to parents who struggle to express their love for their children and partners whose coldness can bewilder those around them. At times, it may seem as though Tauruses are so emotionally closed off that one could mistake them for automats. This mechanical approach to life stems from their reluctance to open up. They are also not the type to accept interference in their lives without resistance. Stubborn as mules, when their peace is disrupted, be prepared for an emotional tempest. Imagine accidentally stepping on a cat. Any effort to calm them can unleash a real storm. They may switch into defensive mode or even launch an offensive counterattack. For a Taurus, criticism isn't simply a provocation. It can feel like a direct assault on their self-esteem. Deep down, Taurus individuals are very sensitive. Although they may perceive themselves as tolerant, any suggestion of their shortcomings can unnerve them significantly. It is crucial for Taurus to feel secure, and when someone highlights their weaknesses, it can provoke an emotional upheaval. Now, let's turn our attention to the stubbornness that can be considered the hallmark of Taurus. If you think you know stubborn people, you haven't yet encountered a Taurus. Even when they appear calm and balanced, rest assured, deep down, they have a distinct vision of how things should unfold. They don't just dislike it when events deviate from their plan. They are almost physically intolerant of competition. In the face of conflict, Taurus's stubbornness can lead to real disasters in personal relationships. While their determination may bring them success in their professional lives, it often becomes a burden in matters of love and friendship. Ironically, although they frequently claim to dislike drama, they can occasionally find themselves as the leading characters in their own musicals. For Taurus, controlling their environment is not merely a preference. It is an absolute necessity. Imagine them leading a solitary life, where every day is a beautifully orchestrated symphony of comfort. However, the moment someone else enters their life, that harmonious symphony can quickly descend into chaos. Their natural stubbornness often becomes a significant stumbling block in interpersonal interactions. When it comes to compromise, Taurus is typically reluctant to budge. They view the world through the lens of their own pleasures and interests, showing little regard for what others might wish to do. If they are engrossed in their favorite show or book, they will be unlikely to make concessions about evening plans. For them, criticism isn't simply a disagreement. It feels like a direct assault on their identity and what they deem essential to their happiness. Taurus is so convinced of their own happiness that they often presume those around them share similar feelings. They inhabit a cozy little world of their own, which, unfortunately, may make others feel invisible. This self-contained universe works fine when they are alone, but cohabitation can expose significant issues. Overall, the darker side of Taurus is their difficulty in recognizing and accommodating the diverse preferences of others. "Why should I adapt?" is a common thought process for them, causing them to persist in their own desires. This doesn't imply selfishness. Rather, they may be so entrenched in their own likes that they overlook what's important to someone else. Their unwillingness to change course or consider others' wishes can inadvertently escalate conflicts. Thus, while Taurus's stubbornness can serve as a strength, it can also become a weakness. It's essential for them to remember that the people around them are not merely background figures. They too have a right to their own happiness. Life with a Taurus can be filled with surprises, sometimes challenging, but undeniably interesting. If you have Taurus individuals in your life, prepare for an exhilarating journey where compromise becomes a vital aspect of your interactions. This information should not be seen as an attempt to offend or hurt anyone. Rather, it acknowledges that all